All right. Well, sometimes we like to begin somberly on winging it. Jack, you had me tearing up, man. Are you okay with rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett?
Dude, pretty sad. I did not know. I think he was one of those people like kind of like how the dude who played Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, didn't let a lot of people know that he was sick. Apparently, he'd been battling that cancer for the past like 4 years and just didn't really say anything. And yeah, but I mean, I just love Jimmy Buffett because like one of the first songs my dad ever showed me was like "It's 5 o'clock somewhere" and stuff like that, and he just loves like that type of music. So,
Yeah,
you
he's a
know,
vibe. I think I was at he was mid 70s, right? So yeah, I didn't realize that he had held his health issues away, but that's always tough. But at least he lived a full life, right?
yeah, and he kind of like was a his whole like building the brand of like escaping to the islands and stuff is pretty sick to
I
me.
ate in Margaritaville in Hawaii. It was fucking gas.
Yeah, built that brand too. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. Did you guys check out the Burning Man emergency? So Burning Man's like the huge influencer. It's in the middle of the desert. So I don't know. We got to get Joey's. I'm not a big festival guy. So like my question is, would this suck where you're literally stuck and you're thinking festival, you're barely showering, there's too many, illicit materials going through. So would it be a paradise? It's like, oh yeah, we're all stuck here, let's go. Or is it just a nightmare where you're like, holy shit, we can't even leave?
Dude, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I think it was a nightmare because it's not it doesn't ever rain there and it's not set up for that. So like it's just mud literally everywhere.
My favorite was the like because people wear like ridiculous costumes to this. So it's like the video is of like someone just walking in stilts, like in mud,
Around the mud.
yeah, it's
That's
just
funny.
brutal.
It's it's crazy the amount of famous people that go there because there's actually a video of the DJ Diplo and the group were finally like, all right, let's fucking trek out of here. And they walked like 6 miles, hitched a ride in a pickup truck, and it's him and a bunch of random dudes, and then Chris Rock in the back of a pickup truck. Because Diplo was like, yeah, like the camp next to me was like Chris Rock, and then the camp next to him was like Cindy Crawford. It's like, what the fuck is this place? Like, just a bunch of like famous people in the desert. But
That's what I was gonna say. Like, rate that squad.
yeah,
That was all of a sudden, yeah, Diplo, and then he turns the camera and it's just Chris Rock, chilling with them and literally
Chris
getting
Rock is
picked up.
like, yeah, and he's like, I would come for a cold brew right now. That's what he says.
um, how about your boy Vivek? I don't know. Is he doing? Because I mean, I don't know. Is that climate change that's never happened to Burning Man before? A place that's not supposed to happen. It's catastrophic. I listened to him on Tucker's whatever, and he's not big on climate change. He's like, he's very well spoken. Okay, I'm with him on some topics. He's different, and again, he could actually have a conversation, and he's not falling asleep, at Maui invitationals, right? Um, but yeah, like he was just like he basically thinks climate change is a hoax, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's the most well spoken and the youngest. Except, I've started to have that TikTok thing happen where I got put down a rabbit hole that you never want to you can never trust someone who just comes out of left field who says everything everyone wants to hear correctly that you've never heard of. Could be an industry plant, so I don't know what to believe
Oh
anymore.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, are
but
we are what? Let's talk about industry plants. So what the Bobby Althoff thing that made the rounds, right? Where she's in it. What would be the point of that? It's just someone random and so awkward that it gets people talking about what hip hop. I don't understand why
Oh
people
yeah.
are think.
I don't think she's an industry plant. She
No.
she was doing a podcast for a long time,
Mhm.
and one of them just kind of. Have you heard the story of like how she got Drake on the podcast on her
Yeah, and
podcast?
I've seen all those clips, and then they had
Yeah,
some falling out, which I haven't. Like I felt that was a plant. I'm like, is
yeah,
this like drama? But yeah,
yeah.
right.
I don't know. I
yeah,
mean, she was doing it for a while, and then she landed someone good, and Drake liked it, and so she DM'd him, and it worked out for her. I don't think she's a plant.
No, right.
yeah. I don't think she is either. I think by industry plan, it's like they just place someone who goes viral, and then eventually they're able to use them to like push their narrative.
Gotcha.
And
That
like
that makes
that's why
sense.
people are saying like Vivek came out of left field. They're gonna use them against us. George Soros paid for his college. I don't even know who that is, but like someone's suing.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. So
Yeah,
rabbit
there's
hole with everything.
my head was in a pretzel after this TikTok rabbit hole, but
Well, here's a rabbit hole. I saw this because Barack Obama is trending for some reason on Twitter yesterday. X.
for some reason, do you know the reason?
Yeah, so I click on. I'm like, wait a second. And Tucker's like, Tucker like tries to get he gets all these serious interviews. He does these very serious monologues, and I just burst out laughing. Tonight, we have the man who claims he had sex with Barack Obama outside a bar. It's like, what? Where? Huh? Okay, yeah, this guy doesn't have an agenda or anything. This man claims it's like, what? This headline guest. He leaves Fox News and just nope. We're interviewing this guy who claims he had sex with the former president.
Yeah, I was a little shocked by that one too. I was like, wait, this is like. There's like I feel like Tucker would usually interview someone who's like there's a credible evidence.
Yeah, it's like
this dude saying that they were just blowing down together outside of a bar and then hooking up. Like,
and then of course TikTok did the thing to me where is it Joan Walters was also trending where she has that viral video of like the last thing she said was that Barack was a homosexual and that Michelle's a trans woman or a trans man. And then cardiac arrest, right? Yeah. It's all consequential. All right, some celeb news. I didn't realize Kylie and Travis Scott had broken up, but her and Timothy Chalamet, how about that?
Oh, yeah.
Power couple.
Yeah, interesting.
When did they break up? And now Travis Scott's going on tour for the first time since Astroworld, right?
Yeah, I think they've been broken up for. Per my girlfriend who watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like a good couple months now. I don't know the exact.
Did you guys fuck with his new album?
I thought it was okay. I liked a few songs. I didn't like it as much as Astroworld, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only listened to it once, but
yeah, I thought I was gonna say I'm trying to look up what song I did like off that. It's probably the one I think he had one with was it with Drake, that one that's gone viral on TikTok, I think. Yeah. Other than that, I liked Quavo's album. I thought that was pretty underrated, and it was nice to hear Takeoff's on it quite a bit.
I honestly didn't listen.
I didn't even know he had an album coming out.
Yeah, Rocket Power. Yeat's just the GOAT right now. Yeat's so fire.
I love how big on TikTok Yeat is.
Yeah. Meltdown was the one I like. Yeah, he does like that Sugar Sean. Like, I love when people cut like crazy, promos and highlights or whatever montages on TikTok. Those or edits, I guess. Those go hard.
Yeah,
a lot of Yeat.
Yeah, and then it's just like a slowed down Yeat song.
Yeah. Yes. No. Exactly what I'm talking about. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas split.
They did.
They divorced. Actually, it wasn't just a split. That's a divorce. That's tough.
I don't know anything. I didn't even know they were married.
Yeah, Sophie Turner. I
don't even know who Sophie Turner is.
Sansa Stark is basically how everyone knows
who?
her. Sansa Stark. Are you not Game of Thrones guy?
I don't watch it.
Like the daughter of like one of the main families, but
yeah,
gotcha.
That's where she got her fame, and then she's in like X-Men. I don't know if she's done anything else. Sorry, Jack.
They have 2 kids as well.
What the fuck? Okay, so she's born children. I did not know that.
The reasoning was like it's irresistibly unfixable. I don't know if that's the right word. It was some big word like that.
So speaking of trend, yeah, I saw actually the details where she liked to party and he liked to stay at home. I think I saw, which is kind of tough.
Yeah, they were church growing up. I'm pretty sure.
Really, dude. Nick Jonas in this show. God, I already forgot the name of it, but it's good. I forgot of it. It was like a UFC show with fucking Frank, what's his face, that one actor, but he's great in it. He plays. I'm getting on a tangent. Okay, so we were wondering about the Nina Agdal photo. Does it exist? Is it any good? So Dylan Danis was hanging out with Aiden Ross, and have you seen that reaction of where he shows him the video, and it's like Aiden's true reaction. And then did you see why Logan Paul was trending this past week?
No.
There was like a video. There was a explicit video going around of Nina, quote unquote, that was apparently confirmed to not be her. But
Yeah,
looked a lot like her.
it did look like her. It wasn't though. But did you see that she's suing him now?
Really? No.
As of today, she's suing. He's going around tweeting like as of the past few hours, she's trying to sue me and trying to get prison time out of this. She's like, if she's successful, I won't be able to fight.
Oh God.
So,
This is like a huge wrestling skit. This might be the most genius, like fool everyone thing, but I have no idea.
yeah.
This would be an industry plant.
Mhm.
Nina Haggal's literally an industry plant. She's been planted by the industry.
This would literally blow to have this be how your relationship start, how your marriage start.
Holy shit, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess too, and you know, did he take it too far? Should he be doing this? Hey, Logan picked this fight, you know, and it's like, hey, maybe like, does Dylan Danis have a point? You know, or the people sending them? It's like, in the light of it, it's like, damn, are we saving Logan from something that's probably going to end in a Sophie Turner, Joe Jonas divorce with 2 kids with divorced parents? You know,
Maybe.
just thinking about it.
Paul brothers have actual feelings anyway. After watching the Jake Paul documentary, they're pretty hardened by their dad that they just
Really, yeah. What is that on Netflix or something, or you just really?
But they just like he just like beat the fuck out of them, and they just don't.
What? Huh? Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So, oh, that is kind of crazy. I don't know how suing works, but it's like, because it looked like he's in possession of this photo, but then she's also suing on the premise that she doesn't even know what the photo is, or she's suing him to stop posting on his Twitter account. I don't get how that's legally.
I'm sure it's like a defamation lawsuit, just
Yeah.
a factor of everything, if I had to guess.
Wow. I would see like legalese just so like how would you be able to prove that? You know, he's literally just posting and going interesting.
Yeah.
Explicit. He's claimed like everything he's posted is like public, so I don't know how you like.
Yeah, I know, and like some of those, like, because you know she's dating Lena, or like a lot of those, I'm sure were like People Magazine paparazzi shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny where it's like a photo of her and Bill Nye at like some gala, and it's just like that's hysterical, you know, like that's just a photo he's finding, and that's just the internet doing its work. It's like you know, he's got the internet working for him now, and he's such a tool. Everyone's a tool in this scenario, but holy shit, I am definitely team Dylan Danis on this one. He's making me laugh my ass off. Holy shit, this is taking things too far. In the era of in real life streams, live Twitch, Kick, Krishan gives birth live on Instagram.
Saw that.
Come on,
Like, why?
Bro, like that's hold on. How is that even possible?
That's so attention seeking. It's sad.
That it really is sad. Imagine being like her kid, like this guy Fuzi, who has like a full time camera person. He's like, all right, man, you got, you know, Krishan to her camera person. All right, hear me out.
Yeah.
Get in there. You know, it's like, oh Jesus.
I mean, that's fucked. I wonder, did like Instagram ban her for that or anything?
Like that's gotta break some rules.
Because remember Kevin Gates' story?
Oh yeah.
It's like how people can like breastfeed on like.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Did you see that Kevin Gates story, Dylan?
I think we talked about it. It wasn't it just like what the fuck?
It was a woman just standing up, but she was like bent over.
Yeah, no, that's right. I remember.
Birth.
Oh, it's terrible.
Wild.
Yeah, the last thing, my internet's acting up, so it might not be the best, but I think we'll be all right. Last thing for me before we get to the tea with Jack D. So I was just like, I was in small town America this weekend, which is weirdly just an hour away from me, and it's like, God, it's a different breed out there. Like I was doing town ball, which is like it's kind of like, so there's professional baseball, you know, college, minor leagues and all that, independent league. And then there's town ball, which is like there was a guy who pitched 6 years in the majors who's, you know, like, so it's like pretty competitive baseball I was doing all week. Kelsey just came home. And it's just like, so it was a great atmosphere. It was, you know, it was just old people just kind of like, oh, we got to go out to the park. And it's just like, there's got to be parts of Missouri like this, right? That are just like towns of 1,000 people. But we had the luxury of like, you know, being in a metro area outside St. Louis, which I think is the way to grow up, right? Is, kind of suburb of a big city.
Yeah, I agree. I could not stand living in a small town. I would go crazy.
There's sure of them. My mom was born in one. Jeff City. She grew up there. That's not what I'm talking about. She was born in the outside ones. I've driven through plenty of them to see their ass.
Where there's like a downtown street, there's always just this Porter. Thank you. There's a small town movie theater, all these small shops, but there's always and I don't even know what this is, an Eagles Lions Club, where it's like charter members of the club get together for weekly dinners. The average age is
I don't think I've ever seen that, or if I have, I just haven't noticed it.
Because I was it brought me back to a time in my life I do not like reminiscing about, when I was in Rugby, North Dakota for 10 months. And that was small town America, but it was colder. Which made it worse. But yeah, it was like, holy shit.
The Lions or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's get to the tea with Jack D.
All right. We talked about Timothée Chalamet. I also saw the video of them making out, and dude's I didn't know if it looked like a cigarette that he's smoking.
I think he does smoke.
Ashing it over, and they're look at him ashing it in the poor people section because they're in they're in the
they're in the suite. I thought they were sideline or something. What?
They have VIP things some people can stand on, and then down at the concert they were at, and down below is general. So he's just ash.
Was that indoors? Where was that?
I was at a concert, so I think it was the Beyond.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah. Interesting. Hey, sometimes you just got to rip a dart inside.
For anyone who's had some nicotine in their life knows that sometimes you'll go through extreme lengths to get that.
Cigs inside.
You got to power move though for just ripping it and then just making out with Kylie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's just all right, she's like, fuck it, I don't care.
Kamala Harris says she's ready to step in the role if President Biden is unwell.
No.
She said that he's going to be fine, and that's not coming to fruition. So
how about and who knows how much we could trust this guy, but the Senate physician or whatever saying Mitch McConnell's all right, that he's not seizing. It's okay, and then what is happening?
Yeah, that's oh my God.
It's after a certain age, your brain starts to deteriorate and it actually doesn't function anymore. Oh, wait, no, let's not talk about real science and just say he's good to go.
Yeah. I love how it's just he'll freeze up and he's quiet, but then it's they'll whisper to him and he can whisper. It's he's just yeah, okay, yeah. So no more questions. Yeah.
That could be definitely a weird, for all I know, psychological thing. But I don't know about you, but I think a lot of us would agree. Listen, we don't want that.
No kidding.
Seems like the perfect person to be running part of the country.
Yeah. Or just dude, take it easy. Go retire. Why are you still doing this?
You've made ridiculous buku money.
I guess it's power. I mean, that's power's as addicting as cigarettes inside.
Yeah.
Almost.
All right. This is pretty nuts. The AI generated Drake and The Weeknd song is eligible for a Grammy because the ghostwriter is a human. So the Recording Academy CEO says it's allowed to be submitted.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a big Grammy guy, so they're gonna, it's people who watch baseball is, the guys who protector of baseball, are the protectors of the Grammys going to be pissed about this?
I mean, I think music people in general are going to be pretty.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't understand how that even makes sense because copyright, someone's, I don't know.
Yeah. We finally settled our case after we got sued, by the way. So that was also a fucking nightmare. But I think we're good to go now.
There we go.
Thanks for handling that big man upstairs.
Oh yeah.
More Biden news. He's let everyone know he's going to mask and social distance again. Woo, no one gives a fuck.
What is going on? It's back. The only reason I'm kind of seeing it was there was the Alex Jones thing where he like leaked breaking news or whatever that we're going back to masks. But now I'm starting to see it in sports again. Guys are going on COVID restricted lists. And I mean, but that's the other thing too is like. God, I don't know because and then people caught Fauci saying that masks don't work, which is like, all right, yeah, you could use them, but they also don't work. No one is the answer. You know? But we're sick of it. I mean, it's like, come on, all right, if they don't work, then fuck it. Let's not do it. You know.
Yeah.
Pushing it again.
Can we at least move forward? Let's draw.
But if Biden wants to wear a mask, by all means, you know, because he's older than shit, and you know that affects him in a worse way. Even though it doesn't work, I guess.
I mean, you could literally make a very good argument with exactly what you just said. Like he's better. He can wear a mask, and it probably would do his health benefits to prevent a lot of airborne illnesses. But let's just stop with this idea of like all viruses from COVID or coronaviruses are caught with masks. Like I don't know, but whatever. That's just me, maybe.
No, I'm with you.
All right, we talked about Krishan Rock. She also named her son Krishan Malone.
Was Blueface there?
No,
he was.
He got a lot of flack because he's been with his other baby mama, I think.
Gotcha.
And they're cousins.
Are they baby mom? The two moms?
No. Something about like Blueface and one of his baby mamas are like technically cousins. Like his mom went on socials and said that. Did anyone else see this?
I didn't, but it was not surprising.
Okay, well, if you guys haven't seen it, I must have seen the news wrong. But I saw
that checks out.
Like that.
You know.
Anyways, you can go on, Jack. Hopefully that was just fake news I just said.
Bell is testing Baja Blast Gelato.
Sounds kind of fire.
Ice cream, right?
Yeah, like gelato is more like the Italian, like fruit flavored stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But they have chocolate gelato. I'm gelato's fire. I don't know if they make it like sweeter or something. I like the texture of it too. You know.
Here we go. This is where I shine. Gelato versus what are we saying? Just the typical ice cream.
Just ice cream. Yeah.
That's debatable too. With like, all right. That's super fucking bummer. It translates to ice cream in Italian, so that's all it is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fire. Like I used to get the cotton candy ice cream at TCBY, which sounds weird, but it's gas. So I bet Baja Blast Gelato could be kind of fire.
Yes.
This is more just like what have they even given to us? The Pentagon has apparently released more declassified UFO footage on their website. It's like doing Project Bluebeam or whatever.
That's probably something I'm so excited to get cracked. You know, people are probably waiting around for fucking to learn, still find out about JFK, right? You know, like our UFO is going to be our thing, or we're 16. We're like, did we ever fucking get to the bottom of this?
Yeah. This will probably break the internet and streaming and everything. The Fulton County judge says the Trump court proceedings will be televised. I mean, that'll be.
I mean, is he even going to talk? You know, right? It's all lawyers, right? But I'm sure there'll be some good clips, unless he takes a stand.
Yeah, well, I mean, the prosecutor can call him can for sure call him if they want to, but him on the stand would be hilarious.
Yeah. And it's not so. We still know when it's supposed to happen. Probably not for a year or two or
day before.
Oh, right. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, the day before a primary or some shit.
All right, I got it.
The day before the actual primary, yeah.
Where are we at, Alex?
I tuned out there. Blueface's mom, though, I did read it right. So TMZ reported that Blueface's mom claims, sorry for my pronunciation, but Krishan Rock, the mother of his child, is also his cousin.
Really? Okay. So that's added to the incest, I guess. It's also his cousin. All right.
Elon's plotting over here, in my opinion. He's trying to take over everything. He said X soon will be coming with video and voice calls that you don't need a phone number for. So he's literally trying to just hit every angle of everything.
That's intriguing. I don't even
Which-
like. I guess maybe for FaceTiming you could do it, but what he's trying to take? Oh, isn't he trying to take on Apple? Pretty much.
I think he's trying to hit because he said eventually he wants it to be like a Venmo, like
Yeah.
he wants it to literally be everything. He's trying to
And
create
it's
China the like the WeChat or whatever.
Mhm.
It is.
Okay, right. That's right.
Super.
all right. Now I'm team X Elon.
He's there was a really long New York Times article that got me intrigued by the headline, but it was too boring to keep reading. But it's basically how he's like a shadow ruler, like because he's like providing like internet access to all these like impoverished nations. He's holding up Ukraine stuff, but he doesn't want people to know that he's people are calling him on World Matters. They have to.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his own like Secret Service.
Oh, I'm sure he does his own version of it.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't blame him for wanting to do that, but your start like iMessage was a big deal politically for a long time because the communication companies are intertwined with our government so well, and I would not want to be like picking a fight with them.
Yeah, but he's got leverage. So is he like, why wouldn't he run for president or something? Is he not a U.S. citizen? Has he talked about why he wouldn't? I feel like he would be kind of, and people would hate him. I mean, people would probably hate to see him, but wouldn't he be a guy that, is obviously one of the smarter guys we have on this planet?
I thought he said something once about this. Do you know, Jack?
Well, I'm trying to remember if he was born here or not. But secondly, I think
no, he's South African, but I think he's. Oh, can you not? I thought
no, you can.
Because he's an American citizen, but maybe it is right. You have to be born here.
You have to be born in the U.S.
That's why. So then he can't. He's South African.
That's why
he's a U.S. citizen.
You have to be.
Barack's birth certificate is because you have to.
Yeah, that's right. That's why that was a huge controversy or whatever.
But I think Dylan, it's just like even though he is this like he's literally like he's a scientist. He doesn't. I think he actually literally wants to get to Mars. So like he's
yeah. But he does dabble in politics, right? But scientist first. Yeah.
But he basically could control it if he wants to because he has such a public reach.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, exactly. Why would you be the president when you have the power he already possesses?
He's arguably more powerful than the president. Great point.
Speaking of his Wi-Fi, there was a video of some girl like, "Oh my God, look at this UFO," and all the comments were like, "You're an idiot. It's Elon's Starlink that fell out of the sky."
Well, that's kind of crazy. Is like my brother-in-law will say he can see like sometimes you'll see Elon's satellites like go across the sky in Cali.
I just like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago now. You guys know Ryan. Ryan sent me a video. He was over at a buddy's house and he goes, "Dude, check out what we just saw in the sky. What do you think?" And then we looked into it and we're pretty positive it was Starlink, but it was the craziest thing. I'll have to send you guys the video. It just looked extremely UFO-ish.
I wouldn't know what to believe. I would want to see something like that.
Yeah, it was cool. I'll try and shoot you guys up.
It's good stuff.
All right, this is kind of interesting. Some people might like this. A European airline is testing having like half the plane be adults only, and then like the other half be like where your families sit.
Sign me the fuck up. That should, it's called first class. Get these babies out of here. Come on. This is holy shit. I almost threw a fit. There's this crying baby as I'm trying to sleep on the way back from Hawaii. I'm like, come on. There's got to be. I get inclusion, but.
Yeah. All right. I don't know the exact date, but Metro Boomin posted that him and Future's new album is about to come out pretty soon here. So
that's heat.
That's fine.
You see the talk about Drake's on 9/22?
I did not.
Something about he was wearing braids and it looked like he had like like the little I'll call it like the beads or like the stuff that people that's so rude of me probably to not understand that. culture more. But anyhow, um, the like what he had in his hair was like some sort of like just like symbol, nothing important it looked like. But then there was a 9, a 2, and a 2, and so people are theorizing that it's 9/22 is the drop date.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? For his new album. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought the original one was going to be true, that he was going to drop it on National Dog Day since it's for my dogs, which was like,
That's a good one.
First, we lost Jimmy Buffett, and now the lead singer of Smash Mouth died from liver failure.
Yeah, geez, that's tough.
Yeah. All right, now some suggestions. Saw the trailer for the new Ferrari movie, where Adam Driver plays Enzo Ferrari.
Oh, really? Okay.
Looks pretty cool. The full trailer for Killers of the Flower Moon got me hyped. I think it looks sick. The new Leo Martin Scorsese movie. Then this other new movie called The Killer. That's a Michael Fassbender movie. That's coming out on Netflix. I forgot what big movies he made, but apparently he
was in the actor, right? Or who am I thinking of? The guy that plays Magneto?
He is the actor. I forgot who the director is of, but it looks good. It's gonna be on Netflix. And then sick documentary that I watched is the Shaun White documentary.
Okay.
I'm not a snowboarder or anything, but it is pretty fucking crazy. I had no idea like how much like how young he started, and like you talk about, if you consider like snowboarding a sport with all the rest of them out there, talk about transcending a sport.
Yeah.
Like he completely changed. It's actually sick. Like I was like, this is one of the coolest documentaries I've seen in a while. It's
Dude,
awesome.
he's a prodigy. I've been watching the U.S. Open, and like Michael Phelps was in the attendance, like, and he, remember Phelps is dominant. Like, we'll probably never see anyone like that again. Ben Shelton right now, this dude he was an NCAA champion for tennis like 2 years ago, and now he's facing Djokovic in the semifinal. Tennis, maybe. So I will probably check out that. I'm not a big snowboarder, but I will.
I think it's cool. Due to like he really like brought that sport from the cradle up, and
he was almost like Tony Hawk. It was the skateboarding.
Yeah, it was. And Tony Hawk's documentary was pretty cool too. So okay. But I'm into board sports, so I really vibe with that.
Talking about Shaun White and what he did, and it's nuts.
Part of me hated that guy though when I was getting into snowboarding. There's a lot of like bad talk about him, but I think the dust has settled.
Yeah.
You still got suggestions, yeah?
Yeah, just a couple. I've been watching the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building. It's weird and quirky, but I love Steve Martin and Martin Short. They are fucking hysterical. I watched a new comedy movie the other night that actually had some real comedy in it. It was pretty funny for the first time in a while. It's the Jennifer Lawrence movie called No Hard Feelings, where these 2 rich parents hire her to secretly like date their 19-year-old son and get him out of his shell.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and it's actually pretty like there's real like, it's not like woke comedy, like it's like reminding me of like a Superbad type, like it's raunchy.
Cool. Okay.
And then the last suggestion, which I never thought I'd be suggesting, a scary movie, is me, Brendan, and Drew and Zakru watched Hereditary the other night. And that shit is fucking scary as shit.
Miss me with that, I gotta tell you.
He's like smiling the whole time and like laughing because he loves scary movies, and he's watched it 3 times since. So
wait, who was Drew?
No,
I love it. It's actually, even if you don't like scary movies, it's a good movie. Jack doesn't even like scary movies.
It's like a good movie, but it is actually fucking scary as shit. And the most fucked up part I've heard is that Brendan watched it for the first time alone at the Palace, that rundown place they lived at in St. Louis.
No, holy shit.
Yeah. So
is the premise? I don't want to give too much away, but is it like the thing passes on with the family,
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, that kind of,
which
yeah.
which there's a lot of documented like stories about that same thing. So that's a good one.
Jesus Christ.
Fucked. It's fucked.
I got a good plane movie for you guys. It's with Chris Pine, Dungeons and Dragons. That new movie that I think it came out 2 years ago. It was really entertaining. It was just like, I thought it was a good storyline plot. It was a perfect like 7 out of 10 movie. Went in with low expectations, enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, it was kind of funny. The Winning Time season 2 is out, right? I think I saw on HBO.
I haven't watched that yet, but
Yeah, so I just saw because what I've been on HBO right now is Warrior that my buddy turned me onto, like this kung fu series. Entertaining. It's like a modern kung fu. And then he told me to watch Gangs of London, I think, which is also on HBO, so I might check that out. All right, good.
I have one more that if you just need something easy to throw on and you're interested in like celebrities type, it's hosted by Kevin Jonas and Frankie Jonas, the little brother, who's like the forgotten one that they don't have. And the reason he hosts it is it's called Claim to Fame. And it's a game show of people related to famous celebrities and all put in a house and they have to figure out, like they do clues and games and it's like they try to narrow down who they're related to.
That's pretty funny. Wait, so they don't, it could be like a cousin, I guess, or like, do they like look like them?
Your dad, your like aunt, and it's
Okay.
like don't even look like them, and it's like all these games and clues, and it's just like an easy throw on.
That's a cool premise. That's something different for like a game show, you know?
Do they change their names and stuff? Like they don't tell them their last names, obviously, right?
Yeah, they change their name. They don't tell. And then like if you look on the internet, you spoil it. But like for a while, you don't know. But then like I know a lot about shit like that, so I like to try to sit there and guess, which is fun. So
yeah.
All right, everyone, enjoy NFL football returning this week. Boston College already fucking lost. Oh my god, I'm working this weekend. Holy shit, I am just in the middle of a broadcast, just staring at the GameCast, just fuming. I'm just fucking Christ. This guy, the first time we ever lost to a fucking Mac program. All right, well, I'm going to try and go more live now that's football season back on YouTube. So check us out there as well if you enjoy watching us or listening to us. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.